Daddy on him Babado Bisam say, ya femi true muda. Na me catch any say that been a question bena, Obi Saminana. And no back I say, until chaso, and one make me in and no chaso, one cachet, send on him having normal sex. After bed 3 days time now, person sign him in the biono. And then no, so I know dear or Jeremy or farm it too. And on me on because that's no. Oh yeah, no name penny. So catch him
Charlie, some ladies fool too much. They'll always find a beautiful way just to play victims and make you look like they don't get choice for this world inside. Like they don't get choice in any instance where they find themselves. This is doing 2 Miles Hub. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to comment. And don't forget to put the bell on post notification. Now let's get deeper into the matters. So this lady right here went on Ezra TV on Marco's show to make some confessions and to level some allegations against her husband to be, who happens to be a pastor too, that the man rented for her. And you know, when they were staying under the same roof, she realized that the man doesn't like that hole. You know, the holes were two, so the man liked the other one, and she didn't voice out because she felt like anytime she voiced out, the man would be like, she's not ungrateful, you know, she doesn't like whatever that she's doing.
Daddy on him Babado Bisam say, ya femi true muda. Na me catch any say that been a question bena, Obi Saminana. And no back I say, until chaso, and one make me in and no chaso, one cachet, send on him having normal sex. After bed 3 days time now, person sign him in the biono. And then no, so I know dear or Jeremy no farm it too. And on me on because that's no. Oh yeah, no name penny into a catch him say mendani mechi. Or say mendani mechi, my medium fi say bia or be bomb me doggy cry. But the me yan say I feed or the bear mano share me to quine into name kwa yip miss why you me.
O ka je say kuntrumu.
Yes.
Was say mendani
mechi.
Dan wachi mano.
Pacho.
It don't so be ma style dey.
Doggy.
No.
It's me the yes na me dani mechi no. Or forces or the bear me share me to name ko. Into enum no betu ni ntofia wo nanum. Ntosio gu me to kwan no nke se ho be yatoro. Na watumi de ne be ma na ahye because me wa yire me ntimi me ni ahodin bia e wo mpa no so ameka se bia me de sorry for wa yire me de den na me ntimi nya hwe e na o yes ana ende ne ho bae o ne me da san na afi de me turu mu kwan na afi de ono ane ho bae na o sorry free me so
na so ho bae de
man fa cho da bi
o te de ayin
me ti pain pa
enye de
fa cho da bi nti efi o call na kwa ti sa de atuemu da de bia o ya sa na I say sa kwan ni so na opeso on fa me mfa me so I say me ni say ya me ni asem bia I say meka because me bet na dan ni mu no na I say but dan na wa higher ma me ni na I say control me kwaka bibi cross me ungrateful me de wa ya ma me nyina me ni so de wa ya ma me ana na I say me so me ni say tell no continue nya kopim time wo do 2 kwan e ko South Africa baaye oba eni mu
before be ko South Africa emubu muso e bia na kra ne da obi ka wo bi betie so ti ase emubu muso ti se de wuwura mu na e bia ne da wo bi ahu program ya obetie ububugu so o ti ase ndikani nyina
It's no 2 kwan me ne wo ho ma na obe 2 kwan ko South Africa ko di 3 months na o sign back oba March 10th March 3rd ni mu na obedu Ghana Friday the weekend na jo ti me wo dey man ti say obi bo me gate pam me hu ni pa ko no na me po gate no pese me bie no be ka che me say e fiora ma ba bie gate ni ma na me bie door na me de man no de ne bag be sin inside to no po ka che me say me shema me nka church me bia say wa dey wa ba na pese on ko surprise wo mo sorry na me see you eti nkomodi mo ba yo se an na nti me mfe ne me time no ba say week ni kwase na me ankasa kwa me ho mfa me.
You see, in the course of exposing people, we also do very well in exposing ourselves too. You know, sometimes in situations like this, when you come online or you come on radio station to voice out and, you know, say all this stuff out there, all this secret out there, you also do very well to, you know, raise the, you know, the level of stigmatization that will come forward to you. You know, how do you expect society to treat you after this? How do you expect a community to handle this kind of predicament that you went through? You know, you are trying to expose the pastor. Yes, we all know. You are trying to tell the bad deeds that he is doing behind us. But then, what will happen to you too? In this case like this, you can tell the presenter or you can tell the producer of the show to cover up your face, you know, in order to lower or calm down the shame that you will also face, because this is an embarrassment to yourself and the pastor too. Not you alone. The pastor can decide not to come online. The pastor can decide not to pick the calls of the radio stations, and he will go scot-free, because at the end of the day, nobody knows him. And I know that after this case, we are not going to live together with him again. So why not, you know, tell the radio stations to cover up your face and, you know, protect your identity? I think that would be the best for people who, you know, bring out confessions like this. Okay, now let's come to the woman. You see, I think all the thing will happen, like I said, she really enjoy it. She enjoyed it to the fullest, because when you listen to the interview, that she was scared to complain, she was scared to voice out to the man, because she felt like the man would be like, and she's ungrateful, and she like whatever that he has done for her, you know, she's not acknowledging it, and she's always complaining. So because of that, she decided to keep quiet. This is total nonsense for you to come out there and say that you were scared to complain, and that when all these things were going on, you didn't voice out, and you were not able to control yourself because he locked your hand. Boy, how can you tell me this story? So because he locked your hand, can't you tell him that, bro, the place you are sending that thing to, no, and and I don't like it. I feel pain when you do all these things, and you must stop it. You can go ahead and tell the man that, blood, you can't be doing this to me. Or even if you're not even to voice out after the intimacy, you can sit down with him and tell him your concern. You know, you can voice out and tell him your grievance, the kind of pains you go through when all these things happen. That, bro, listen, the man no me, bro, you know, prame. What did the can I say? And you know, in our kind of society, in our level of society, we don't do these things. I'm not used to these things. So yeah, massa normal way in trash. Yeah, is a normal way, because a toss cost na dia. A bell of fire right now, Bremen. What did the can I say? And you don't voice out. You don't tell him, you know, your concern. You don't tell him the kind of pain that you go through when all these things happen. Then you go on radio station and say that you felt like he will be ungrateful. Bro, sister, story better person catch this out. You know, there are some kind of stories I saw to my and Kolan na you. Because when you come on national television to voice out like this, it means that you are also inviting people to dissect the issue and share their opinion. And when I listen to, you know, the confession, I'm like, all these things where they talk are bloody lies, because you really enjoy it. It seems like the guy is taking you for a ride. That is why you came on radio station to expose him. And that's how I can't because you also enjoy it to the fullest. Can say also enjoy it now your day. Yeah, and be kicking some say now there. Now you say and now yeah and I not this soon and never, bro. To the pastor. You see, I always say this, that there are certain titles, when it's associated to your name, there are certain things you shouldn't even go to the extent of doing it. That is why you barely see a king, you know, playing dummy or playing draft or playing ludo in the public spaces. You know, and as a pastor, you are required to do certain things, and you are required not to do certain things, because when rumors, you know, begins to pop out about you and it happens to be true, you will bring a dent onto your image and a dent onto the profession that you are into. You see, no matter what, regardless of it being indoors or outdoors, there are certain things that you shouldn't do if there are certain titles to your name, because if it should be an ordinary person, this situation will be treated differently. But you are a pastor where your Bible preach against all these things, and you are practicing what the Bible is preaching against. So how will you preach to your people that, listen, this thing is bad, God doesn't like these things, and you should retract from all these things? You are practicing what the Bible is preaching against. What kind of pastor are you? Now let's, you know, remove the pastor title and let me, you know, deal with you as an ordinary human being. Our society doesn't permit us to do all these things. You will say that it is pleasure, but listen, Nakupon Nyansan Tina or Bo or Ba say eba mpo no onfa one ho no no mba o ba onfa otumu kwan na eba ho ofa otwemu kwan na eba. So this to tell you that any honum na is this hour de no kokokoshe. And no honum na is do kwoti kokokoshe. Bibia ebini faba no. Enu kwan se wo do kwoti kokokoshe onu wejimi. You know? Wejimi, because even say society company permit say, oh, you are free to do all these things, sir. One kasano, why dream moon to me say, Chaladia me ye air time. Adia me ye chale new. Now what you say, Obani Yare, because the possibility for you to get an STI in this case is very high. That's all the bell one side of honor. You can go and Google it. Oh, ni me bo no ma ya yen fa adwen to ho na en dwen kofo ho se ade a me ye nipa so mesi we yen ne ya na ne da na me fa adwen to no ma ho yen dwen kofo ho before we take certain actions on people. This is 22 miles. Can you subscribe to the channel to become part of this beautiful family, and don't forget to put the bell on post notification, and don't forget to comment too. Peace out.